what is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our parenting.
If you know a child is being abused, or you see signs, a bruise or a child, it has to be investigated.
People barely even breathe when they are going for a shrebi and something.
Party.
You have to be
They
smart.
can't sit
If
down.
you see where they are dressing them up or dragging on both sides, you cannot breathe. And these women will stay in those events for hours just to keep up with that beauty trend.
Is that healthy?
That's not healthy.
I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels, and we're reaching you live from our Lagos Network studio. Of course, Women in Conversation is a program designed for women to discuss about themselves.
The Ekoko masquerades from Ute village, whose cult is connected with Obaeware and his mother, Elere, appear on this occasion to bless the Oba. Ekoko is a ritual masquerade that dances to please the guests and the Oba.
And a pleasure to have you join us today on the program, Healthy Living. I'm Adesuwa Osa Uwage, and what we're wishing you in this 2026 is a healthy life. For you to be healthy, and for you to know exactly when to go to the hospital to take care of yourself. So today we want to concentrate on the children, and we're going to conclude what we started last week, or should I say what we started last year? All right, we're concluding today on rubella and measles immunization, how important this vaccine is to your child and even you as a mother. And so our doctors are in the house, and I want to introduce them again. Their names, let's refresh our memory. So join me as I make welcome Professor Ayebo Sado. She's the Director, Institute of Child Health, University of Benin. She's also a consultant pediatrician, Department of Child Health, University of Benin Teaching Hospital, and Chairperson, Pediatric Association of Nigeria. It's a big one. Madam, a pleasure to have you join us today.
Good afternoon, viewers, and
like
Happy New Year.
Happy to have you join us, Doctor. So,
thank you.
I also want to introduce to you Dr. Chinelo Nebe. She's the Registrar, Department of Public Health and Community Medicine, University of Benin Teaching Hospital, and she's also the coordinator M1 at Young Doctors Forum and coordinator M1 at Edo State. So, Doctor, nice to have you join us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and last but not the least on our list, we have Dr. Queen Odikemere. I got that today. I've been practicing. Okay, Dr. Queen Odikemere is a senior registrar, Department of Public Health and Community Medicine, and M1 coordinator, Department of Public Health and Community Medicine, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. So all three of them are from UBTH. Hello, doctors. A pleasure to have you join us today. So let me start with Dr. Sado. We're talking about rubella and measles immunization. Can you just refresh our memory again on the need for this injection?
Right. Thank you very much. So we said the last time that measles is caused by measles virus, yes. And we are more familiar with that. And measles is a terrible illness for children. It kills, and the symptoms usually will be that the child would have fever, cough, catarrh, and red eyes, and then the rash comes on, and child is ill for about a week, and then the rash subsides and disappears, but as it's disappearing, the skin is peeling. So for several months afterwards, we still see the evidence of measles in that child. So that is what I've just described is mild measles, but there can be complications. So the child can have pneumonia, can have meningitis, can have meningoencephalitis, can have diarrhea, and if the child is malnourished, and many of our children are malnourished these days, the economy is not very friendly, they can have all of these complications. And even after they have recovered, for up to a year after, they have excess mortality. So that is measles. Okay. Now for rubella. Rubella is somewhat similar. It's caused by a virus. So when it affects older children, adults, you have the same fever, but the fever is not as high as in measles. Then they may have red eyes, some fever, then they rash. Rubella is also called 3 days measles. It's also known as German measles because of the people who first described it. But the 3 days measles, just when you're looking at a child's face and saying, are you planning to have measles or something like that, the rash is disappearing. So it takes about 3 days and it has completely disappeared, and it doesn't leave any telltale signs like measles. But why are we worried about rubella? When a pregnant woman gets exposed to rubella, that is where the problem is. Okay. That is disaster in waiting.
Okay, let me ask Dr. Chinelo now. How does a pregnant woman contact rubella?
A pregnant woman to contact rubella to start with, most especially it occurs when the pregnant woman is not immunized. So immunization plays a vital role.
Not immunized as an adult.
because one thing about measles and rubella is that it can provide a lifelong immunity. That's one of the fantastic results that comes with the vaccination. So when the pregnant woman is not immunized, obviously she's predisposed to contracting the virus. Do you understand? Now, one vital thing about it is that the period of the pregnancy determines the fate of the offspring. Do you understand? So for the first trimester, usually when the pregnant woman contacts the virus, it could lead to miscarriage. Obviously, as simple as that. The woman gets lost, there's loss of pregnancy. Then for the second trimester, it will come from other genetic defects that can also result to issues like congenital heart disease, sensory neural losses, maybe also sight. It can affect the sight of the baby. So when the baby is born, you see that the baby is deformed from birth. So that's one of the vital things. And also because it provides a lifelong immunity, what it also entails that the mother tends to also transfer some of the immunoglobulin, or should I say form of protection, to the baby passively after birth. So the baby is protected for some period before we talk about backing up with vaccinations. So it's kind of not just the mother, but also the baby. So we are not just preventing something like mortality. Yes. We are more morbidity. At this particular place, now we are talking about infant mortality, neonatal mortality. So it protects them before we now reinforce with vaccination. So you see the role this vaccination does, just not just only to the mother.
Don't worry. You have to tell us the important thing.
Now, how does a pregnant woman knows that she has contacted Rubella?
Because some may just say that he going by what Professor described.
Some may just say
and all of that, and they just play over it, and that is that. Knowing fully well the kind of mentality most of us have towards assessing medical care.
Yeah. You see, that's the main thing. For a woman to know she has contracted it, just like my senior colleague mentioned earlier, it's something that goes for a short period of time. Sadly, the woman may have these rashes. The woman may have these rashes, but she won't be able to pinpoint that this is rubella because of the shortened duration.
That is a problem.
Yes, may have a generalized body rash with fever, mild fever, and she may take it for malaria or whether itching. Yes, it may come with itching or it could come with papular rashes, they say. But the thinking of rubella is about sensitizing the woman, knowing that this could be, and also depending on the season. Because mostly measles and rubella, they usually come during the hot season. So it's kind of interfere with the symptoms can interfere with
the weather. One would think is heat rash and all of that.
Yes, so much. So sadly, it could affect that.
Okay, Dr. Quaye, when Prof was talking,
he talked about the fact that measles can kill.
At what point does measles really kill? Because a lot of us trivialize this ailment. At what point does measles kill?
Most times, children that are under 5, that's within the age of 1 to 5 and less than, they are still trying to build up their immunity from the breast milk and then from the supplementary feeds they get. So most times when this infection or they come in contact with this virus and then there are less supports, like in terms of feeding, they are malnourished or their immunity is down. When this virus gets tend to contact this virus with this low immunity, and then in terms of our feeds, nutrients, they help to sustain us, makes us strong and all that. But when these children are lacking in all these things, this can lead to deaths. It can lead to form of deformity. So within, a child is vulnerable to its complications and to its mortality, especially within the age of 1 to 5 years. That's children less than 5 to or less than 5 years. So it's very important that we take care of these children at this age so that they don't tend to have the complications. Yes, deaths may happen, but most times when you don't take the appropriate measures in terms of ensuring that they feed adequately, for those who are breastfeeding, ensure that they are exclusively breastfed about to 6 months. If this thing is not being done, maybe in terms of maybe the mother is not able to do that either financially or maybe working and is unable to carry out these processes, this child is vulnerable to having complications of that are associated with measles, even up to death. So that's why it's very important.
Okay, all right. It's that time for us to take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll ask Prof and the other doctors some questions and get answers definitely. So we'll take a short break.
Some days, there comes the Ugemobo Festival, which the Oba celebrates outside the palace gate. A pavilion is built of red cloth where rites are performed to drive away all evil spirits still unsatisfied by the year's sacrifices. The Ugemobo Festival is to commemorate an event in Benin history which dates back to 1504 AD.
Yari, yari. Oba Tope!
A woman that did not take immunization at birth or vaccination at birth, they come to the and not even know it. Is it impossible to take vaccination as an adult?
Yes. There is no age discrimination when it comes to vaccination against these diseases, measles or rubella.
But would it be effective?
It's true. But one thing we have to put in note is that also because we are in a community where measles and rubella is endemic in our setting. Yes. So what it does that there are sometimes there are natural strain that we could get by virtue of communication. So the body tends to build up the immune system against it. So luckily the person may be by virtue of natural strain lucky to get it. So we can go to, but before then, if the person is concerned, perhaps I need to vaccinate myself. We can carry out some laboratory investigation to confirm the immune status of the person in regards to that, whether this person will go ahead and have this vaccination or not. However, there are some situations we have to take note of as an adult when it comes to immunization against, vaccination against rubella, and this because it's a life attenuated vaccine. So remember, it's contraindicated in pregnant women.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
so
serious,
yes, you don't want because pregnancy on its own alters the immune status to an extent, and a lot is happening. Remember, so the woman is not just about her; it's also for the baby. So you don't want to introduce the vaccine to the woman, and and you go ahead attacking the baby. So that will lead to maybe miscarriage or congenital deformity, which could lead to triads of signs and symptoms that the outcome is not be favorable. So because that's what you're trying to prevent. Exactly. So that we have to take note of it. And also the immune status of the person is also vital. If the person is maybe something like HIV positive or is taking some medications that kind of repress the immune system, the person will not go ahead and have this vaccination.
That's why you doctors are there. Prof,
we now have rubella and measles vaccine as one. Please tell me why.
Okay,
and the
so
importance of this.
all right. So we have basically described what measles can do. Can kill. So and spend a lot of money to treat a child who has measles. Then, if a child has congenital rubella, it costs between $4,000, $400,000 and $100,000 to treat one child who has congenital rubella syndrome. So we are saying a child who is blind, child who is deaf, a child who has a hole in the heart, and who is possibly mentally retarded. So
and we're not sure if that child is going to be well, if that child is going to be fit
so
again.
it costs a lot to treat. So prevention is better than cure.
Please tell us more about this prevention.
So to prevent both measles and rubella, the best is vaccination. And so before now, we're giving measles vaccine. And that just prevents only measles.
I think we take measles for our children twice.
Yes, at 9 months and at 15 months. And I can tell you that that has been effective. So in the year 2000, there were 11 million cases of measles in Africa.
Wow.
But as at 2023, this was down to 4 million.
Okay.
What made the difference? Vaccination. In Nigeria, we are improving, but we are not yet there. So in 2025...
When you go to hospital, you see a lot of women queuing up to get vaccines for their children.
Yes, but we are not yet there. So we had like 26,000 cases, suspected cases, and 77% of them did not receive any vaccine. So those who have measles is among those who did not take the vaccine.
Tell us the reason why they should collect this vaccine.
So we have said the bad things that measles and rubella can do.
Yes.
So prevention is better than cure. So the government has provided a vaccine that can prevent both measles and rubella. One injection.
How many
doses? So in the campaign, it's going to be one dose that is going to be given to children aged 9 months to 14
what
years.
If these children have taken vaccines before? Does it really matter?
No. So if
it doesn't matter
if you are a 9 month old, if you are a 9 month
before.
If you are a 9 month old, you probably have not taken, so you are just starting your vaccination. Okay. If let's say you are a 10 month old, you are getting your second dose.
Okay.
All right. So we're targeting
14 years.
9 months to 14 years. So that's a large cohort of children that we are protecting. If you are 14 years, 13 years, 12 years, you have taken one dose of measles before. Definitely. So, or even 2 doses. But getting measles, rubella vaccine is not going to cause any problem.
These vaccines are mostly in government hospitals. People get it for free. But in private hospitals, they are not free. And with the strike from government hospitals, people will tend to go to private hospitals. So what is the hope for these persons? And what is the efficacy of these vaccines that they are going to get from
I can assure you,
private hospitals?
I can assure you that the vaccines that are in the public sector, they are the best.
That's public sector. What about private sector? You people will go on strike.
Okay.
You people are planning a strike now.
That's doctors. The nurses are working.
The doctors are planning strikes now.
The doctors the nurses are working.
The PHCs. We
have and then the primary care
centers.
Health centers.
So if parents go to family health centers now,
primary health centers.
Okay, if they go to any primary health center,
yes,
within
your local government,
yes, get it
exactly,
for free.
Yes.
If they go today, they will get it.
Well, so that brings us to why we are here. The vaccine is going to be rolled out as from 20th of January in Edo State.
Okay.
In the northern states, that was done in October, so it's available in those states.
And
but
the vaccine is free.
It is free.
You will not go there and they will tell you buy cotton wool.
No.
Pay for consumables.
No, that's in private sector.
No, they
private
do that
sector.
in some primary healthcare centers.
They don't do that.
No, not for
it has already been paid
I'm
for.
telling you for sure that they do that in some primary health center. Maybe not for this, but bring something for cotton wool. We don't have cotton wool and we don't have. They call it consumables, Abby. So for this one, come to our shop.
It might be
okay. So let me tell you what is going to happen.
Yes.
So come 20th of January, they will start giving the measles rubella vaccine.
Free
of charge. They will go to schools, they will go to churches, they will go to mosques, they will go to marketplaces. Free for 10 days campaign.
Free for 10 days.
Free for 10 days.
Free for 10 days.
Free for 10 days. Then after that, it will become routine. We give it now at 9 months and at 15 months.
15 months, like
previously
incorporated.
So it is going to replace the former measles vaccines that we're giving.
So parents should not be scared.
They shouldn't be scared. So it is also going to be free.
Thank you.
When it gets to that point.
Okay, doctors, this is all we're going to do today. Time is not our friend. Dr. Queen, thank you. Dr. Chinelo, thank you. Prof,
one more thing. One more
Prof, time is up.
I know. But one more thing. Please. Now, for our 9-year-old girls, they will also offer HPV vaccine to prevent cervical cancer.
We'll come and talk about that HPV vaccine someday, because cervical cancer, for women to understand it, is very important.
Yes.
We'll find time to come and talk about
the vaccine is going to be given
free of charge.
So it's important during that 20th to 30th.
How time flies. I care so much about our girl child. So the
9-year-old
HPV vaccine for 9-year-olds is free. And of course, the rubella and measles is also free.
9 months to 14 years.
Everything that you can do to protect our children, let's do it. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Wow.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Yare.